You're most welcome, my podcast. My name is Bravo. It's always a pleasure having you on our podcast to discuss different topics that are very informative, educative, and more inspiring. Today, I have an amazing young lawyer, and this lawyer has been in the practice for quite some good time. Most of you may be knowing, Christine Tumhaire. Christine Tumhaire has been at the helm of court, has been at the helm of family, has been at the helm of name it as a lawyer. But today, we're not talking about the law. We're talking about the lifestyle, the life of a female lawyer. We have so many female lawyers, and I know nobody has ever asked them, how do you make it as female lawyers? Is it possible for a female lawyer to become great and become successful, especially a female lawyer who comes from the mountains of Kabale, down in the mountains of Kabale? You're most welcome, Christine. It's my pleasure once again. I remember those days when I'd started doing my podcast some years back. You are among the first people to be on my podcast.
Yes,
and it's a pleasure for you allowing to come and join us today and talk about life.
Yes.
This life we're talking about of a female, and none other than a female lawyer.
Yes.
You're most welcome.
Thank you so much, Bravo.
Christine, go ahead and tell us. We want to know who you are. Briefly touch about where you come from. You can touch about your schools, your hobbies. I know your hobbies are OGs would like to know you.
No,
some may have forgotten all about you, but they need to know that you're the OG or OB of that school.
Yes. Well, I'm very glad to be here, Bravo. My name is Christine Tumhaire, and I'm a lawyer in private practice. And like you said, I hail from the mountains.
Yes.
The land of the strong.
Yes.
The ones that don't lie.
Yeah.
The ones that I don't know how to describe, because I could take the whole day speaking about where I come from.
Yes.
Because it's an opportunity. I had both lives, both in the rural and now back here in the urban.
Yeah.
But I studied from primary. The primary school I studied was at Chitebi Primary School.
Yeah.
That's around Wankulukuku.
Yes.
Up to P7. And then I went to Bishop Chivenjere Girls School in Kabale.
Oh, yes.
And for 4 years. Yeah. Then for my 2 years, I went to Light College, Katikam. Yeah. And then for my undergrad, bachelor's in law, I went to Uganda Christian University, and for 4 years. And then later, I went to Law Development Center for my diploma in legal practice, postgraduate. Yeah. And I'm glad to be here because it's been quite a journey that is worth talking about and encouraging young ladies out there that aspire to be lawyers, that aspire to make it. Yeah. It was not a bed of roses, but by God's grace, I managed. I'm saying we because it takes a village to raise a child like me. It's not only people that are close to me, but the inspiration I got from people around me, people that encouraged me, my aunties, my uncles, who I appreciate. Especially I was groomed by my grandmother that unfortunately passed in 2015. She played a very vital role in becoming who I am today. Yes. I have a sister who I love so much. I sent her regards. I know she will see it. And my niece and nephew that I love so much, but also my dad is still alive. Oh, he lives around Kampala. Yeah. And there are other siblings of mine too. Okay. But I'm glad I'm back again. Yes. This is the second podcast. Yes. I remember where we started, me and you. Yeah. We have improved.
When
we
that
have
time,
gone.
our camera was still a challenge and the lighting was a problem.
The lighting was a problem.
And some years back, I know some people there always see things getting better and they're like, maybe you started yesterday. But it's amazing. I know most people have been watching what I do on our podcast, and it's amazing. Please go ahead and share this content. If you're inspired, motivated, and encouraged, kindly share this content. I know it will land in the hands of a young lawyer or somebody out there that needs this information. In a special way, we would like also to thank Naria Motel, where we do our podcast. We appreciate Naria Motel for hosting us. And please visit this place, especially when you are a plant lover. So, Christine, tell us, as a female lawyer, I would like to know a little bit about did you want to grow up and become a lawyer? Or is it something that you took up because you passed exams? You see, we have where many people actually are having this challenge. They are in the professions they're in just because they passed the exams. At the time of choosing a certain course, because you passed, you end up falling there.
Yeah.
And others have dropped those professions.
Yeah.
Are you among those that strive to become a lawyer in your life?
Yes. From the very start, I remember I was asked what I wanted to be when I was young.
Yeah.
And the only thing I don't know, because I think God plays also a part in it. It's not only our choice, but also God that sees the path you're taking. But I knew that I wanted to be one. So my working hard was aimed at those subjects that took me to the course of being what I was going to be in the future, and that is taking the law degree. And of course, I wasn't going to stop at that. I was also going to do postgraduate in legal practice and also pass it. So my life was, I was more of working hard so that I don't fail.
Yes.
So that I don't have those, LDC where you don't graduate. No, I was working so hard in my mindset because I already knew this is something I had wanted from the very time I was a little girl.
Yeah.
And I can say that I wasn't disappointed at all because my hard work finally paid off.
Wow.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Wow. At the law school.
Yes.
As a female lawyer.
Yes.
What challenges did you meet at the law school? Because I know that field was so much dominated by males.
Yeah.
What challenges did you encounter going through school as a lawyer, through university, the Law Development Center? What challenges do you think you met as a young woman? And you feel that, yeah, sometimes there is stumbling block, some women out there, but be open as a Michigan. Tell us the truth. What are those stumbling blocks that can easily lead somebody to run off?
I want to hear, do they really want the truth or they want me to sugarcoat it a bit? Because I'm a Muchiga, but this, you wouldn't want to scare a very young girl that is very passionate about the law.
Yes.
Who wants to be a lawyer. Some people want to make their life better and they're not passionate about it, but because they think that's a way of making money. Those are quite different. But if you've grown up to be the lawyer that you want to be in this society and to make a difference, I know there's a different kind of mindset to go. Even with these challenges that come, I know you'll overcome them. Of course, girls, we struggle with relationships at university that can take you away. Some got pregnant and went off the course because of a relationship, of course. So relationship plays a big factor. And if you're not focused at that time at university, then as a female, I'm telling you that you'll fall for a young man, or let's say an older man that can provide during that time, because that time there are limited resources for everyone, unless you are coming from the rich family and you have everything, but everyone is there is trying to struggle to be who they want to be in future. So, but the main factor is a relationship, especially when it comes to male and female relationships. That's where you find that there's always that time of your life where you're confused by a small or young man. I'm talking about small because maybe then he was a young man, now they are big men. Or someone that comes with you with certain things to entice you so that they fall off the course, so that you don't get pregnant and you don't lose focus. That's a main thing. And then others, of course, with the social lifestyle, there comes alcohol. There comes outings, going to club, because at that time you don't stay with your parents, so you're not regulated at all. You can go out in the night and come back in the morning wherever you want and drink as much and fall on the street. But for me, I think I always was grounded. Even if you ask my classmates, I knew that I wasn't going to mess up in that area. I wouldn't go out. I used to be called, I think I was not a bookworm, but at least I had my fair share. Not at going out. But at being grounded, because I needed to finish my course and be who I am today. That's what I told you earlier, because it was something that I wanted from the very start. That didn't come up because of the surroundings, but I admired what they did, and that's what I'm doing even today.
Wow.
What took me to legal practice was to basically help children deal with family issues that are in the society. They triggered my emotions so much, and sometimes you would see me cry at certain cases because those are the certain places or certain things that society ignored more and dealt more probably on commercial disputes, land disputes that bring in more money. But for me, it was always that soft-hearted, even if I'm Mchiga tough on the outside, but inside there's still that small girl. That small girl that her dream finally came to pass, and she needed to offer a hand to the people that were in need.
Wow, amazing. Now, if we look at the African culture, I don't know whether it is African culture. It's a disclaimer. Let me not be quoted wrong. Culturally, it's taught, go to university, pick a degree, and you must come out with a man. Because if you see most of our parents, after graduation, they say, next is you to bring a man. So how did you overcome this challenge of the demand of a man after your university, and your parents wanted a man? Because once you're educated, second part of success is getting married. So how did you survive that stereotype as a woman?
Whoa, bravo. As of, yeah. Well, it is a very personal question, because that's the expectation of society, of course.
Yes.
They have aligned our lives to at our points of success. Every point they demand certain things, and these are unending.
Yes.
They will never end. They will always demand one thing. You finish, you get married, they want a child. After a child, they will require something else. But yes, you're right. After university, of course, my aunties and, on my case, when.
Yes.
And even now, they are still on my case.
They're still on your case.
I'm telling you, they have never stopped. At family gatherings, I even fear to go.
Yes.
Because there's this other, the society that depicts us as an independent women. We come off as intimidating.
Yes,
being lawyers and then having my own legal practice.
Yes.
We come off as intimidating.
Yes.
But that should not be a fact for my family to demand what I'm not ready for at a certain stage.
Yes.
When my mind is already made up about who I'm going to settle with, definitely they will see that somebody.
Yes.
Because all of us are, have different times, and that's what I appreciate, and seasons within which God planned for us. You'll get your mate, like they say. The Bible says everyone has got their mate out there.
Absolutely.
But timing is different. So my timing is not yet. Even if they demand and they hit their heads on the stone, I'm sorry, mom. I'm sorry, everyone around me, my aunties. I apologize in advance. I apologize. But that man will come shortly. But just give me time, because I have learned to take a step at a time.
Wonderful.
I cannot be comfortable with a man that is not for me, that I see the qualities are not the same as what the qualities I've always wanted in a man, all because family demands of me to be stable. No, I have my own list of things that I know a man has to fulfill. If a man is intimidated by me, bravo.
Yes.
Because of my farm, because of the practice that I'm doing, then that's not the right man for me. True. Because the right man should be able to support me and compliment me and add.
Yes.
That every morning when I come from home, say, baby, you're going to make it, or how are you doing? Go kill it. Those are some of the things we want to hear as women. They also boost our confidence, bravo, because out there, we find, I won't describe male lawyers, there are male hounds out there. They will always find something negative about women and use it to their advantage. Even in courtrooms, you find that they will, when you're pregnant, they will have their own ways of doing certain things, because society has put them, they think that they are more superior than us,
than the female lawyers,
female lawyers, whereas we are women lawyers that are very brilliant out there. But society decides to put certain pressure on us as women, which I don't agree with. So for me, I've learned something. When you're in court and you try to bring intimidating, I'll also intimidate you. I'll also fire you. You know why? Because I know you went. There's a certain. I'm going to tell you. So a certain lawyer that wanted to intimidate me. I was still working under someone, and we were in Mengo Court, and then he tried to come at me. And he was an older lawyer. I appreciate old lawyers. Wherever I appreciate senior lawyers, but they shouldn't use this as a tool to intimidate, the young lawyers, especially the female young lawyers. He tried to come up and try to say, "Oh, this senior to you." We're in front of the magistrate Matthew, and then I told him, with due respect, counsel, we went to the same law school. We went to LDC. There is no other degree or whatever you did that is different from me. So why should you intimidate me? I said, argue the case on merits. And let's see who wins. And then he wrote my boss. I found with a report at my boss complaining.
Or complimenting.
Complaining. Men will not always accept defeat. They will always have that
ego
and wanting to entitlement. Entitlement, even where in our working spaces. But that shouldn't be, bravo. For a female lawyer, that shouldn't be. I pray that they all take this, and I pray that women that hear this know that they should be go-getters, number one. Whatever they put their mind to, they should go and get it, because society is not going to be more lenient to us.
Unless you fight for yourself.
Unless you fight for your position and take that central position in that you want in the practice and earn your name. Because name is earned. We shouldn't be the same practice with men, the way they do things. Men, naturally, there's a way they handle their business. It shouldn't be the same way with us. But we are also strong. There are also female lawyers that are strong out there and making a difference. And I really respect and appreciate them.
Wonderful. Yes, tell me, is it, I would like to ask you something. It's what I know and what I hear. How come that most lawyers are not married? And this case, I'm not talking about the female lawyers, but all lawyers, most of them are not married. Is it because of the challenges that you have sorted? Is it because you've been involved in disputes, in marriage disputes, name them? Is it what pulls you back and decide that institution of marriage to put it on the side as lawyers?
Well, I can say that most lawyers, I don't want to speak for them. There are personal reasons,
Yes.
to that.
Yeah.
But on the average,
yes,
they live a very stressful life.
Yes.
So it would be a shame to come home and have very stressful spouses at the same time, and nagging ones, moreover.
Yes.
Because you go to work and handle a lot of complex issues. Yes. Actually, we listen to more problems than our own problems.
What you can handle.
Than what you can handle.
Yes.
So you don't want to come back to a home where you have more issues instead of relaxing.
Yes.
So the issue is, do you give your person a peace of mind when they come from their workplaces or not? That's a question. Because you see, you go to court, the judge, annoys you, a client does the same, they send you texts at weird hours of the morning, and we are generally fashioned a certain way, wired a certain way, that we go to court, we expect payment. After that, so probably a client has not paid to expectation, or the case has not gone our way. You find that those instabilities in life, like via workplace, that affect our personal lives, but not that it's a general one. It is just it's just the way it is. So I feel like each case differs. Each case differs on a person to person.
But
I won't speak.
What percentage is that?
I won't comment about percentages, but I don't want to talk about
80% of lawyers are
not 80%, not 80%.
80% of lawyers are not married, and
Really?
they choose not to go that direction.
Really?
Okay, if they are married, they are not legally married.
They are not legally married. Yes,
that one. 80%.
They first want to see whether it's gonna work out.
Yes.
Before they actually engage you.
Yes. A very funny question.
Yes.
And this question is about, I've come to prove, by the statistics, that 80% of lawyers are not married. Is it because of the many issues that you handle in court that makes you step back in getting married? When I talk about getting married, officially getting married, yes, some have their fiancés, but they have failed to get married officially. And I've realized that I think that I can't advise my son to marry a lawyer because it would be difficult for them to accept, to go official.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Wow. Well, Belva, I don't know where you got those statistics from. But be it, I think we lawyers, we assess so many things. In an environment we work in, with the people we work for, with the case scenarios we work for, you find some domestic violence issues. I'm speaking for the women out here that make you assess and probably look at the person you're going to date or to marry. You assess them. You put them like to a test. And you think of the what ifs. I'm talking about the women, not talking about the men, because men have their own issues as men. Because mostly say but they want to have so many women at the same time. That also comes to a kind of personality you are. Because I believe there are some genuine men out there that have gotten married, have committed to their long-term partners, and they're doing quite well. But for the women, there are so many factors, honestly, for us. Because like me, honestly, I handled a client one time where a man broke her spine. Because of domestic violence, and she died. And then it gets me to think, okay, what kind of man? I put that at the back of my mind, and I have a test which every man I think has to pass or undergo for me not to face the same scenario that my client went through. So there are so many factors, Bravo. I cannot ascertain as to which, but some are personal. But
you see, getting married is a risk. It's another risk on its own, like as you do business, isn't it?
Yes.
So there's nothing you can't go into because of fear of risk.
Yes.
So what are the levels of risk in getting married? The levels of risk, is the risk too much to you as a person who has been through court, has been all through different, litigation processes, and the mediation processes of divorce?
Yes. I think it basically comes to there are no bigger risk. The biggest risk was pertaining probably the children, and also the sharing of property, which court has come here and made clear. I will not talk about that here. But those two are very, very underlying issues. And court has provided for children under the Children's Act to see where the children will go, how they will be catered for in case there is a misunderstanding between a couple. But the main issue underlying here is the issue of property. The issue of property has been very on a men's mind of our tips. But I think the current cases, I think men are getting a clearer picture, because I think there must be a certain kind of involvement for a woman for you to go back and claim a certain percentage from court. So that one, I think for the men out there who are lawyers, they have addressed that issue. So I think you can go ahead and get married. You can go ahead and get married. But for the women, we just have more boxes to tick. More boxes and more like let's say tests for someone to pass in order for us to have successful marriage. Because I think there's a phobia, there's a fear in us naturally of if it doesn't work out, where do we go?
But these boxes you're talking about, ticking boxes. You may tick boxes and forever tick the boxes. So what happens? And at some point you tick the boxes until you choose to drop some boxes and say, let me go for this risk.
Well, as you get older, you realize that some boxes are not worth, they're not worth even looking at and keeping. So I think you go on eliminating one box at a time.
By the age.
Because they say the biological clock is ticking, I must say. But I believe that one who gives children or anything is God. Even if the biological clock is ticking, I believe that there are women who are proven to have give birth even when they are old. In their old ages.
And even those who have not given birth, it happens because biology is there that some men or women really have the health challenges that cannot make them be able to get children. And to me, whether you have your biological children or not, there are many children who are suffering, and you can easily adopt in that line. So tell us, as a female lawyer, there are many challenges encountered with female lawyers. And in this case, we're looking at the field of work. The life of a female lawyer. Describe the female lawyer, the life of that great female lawyer. When I use a word great female lawyer, I'm not saying that there are those who are not great. But anybody who has gone through the process of becoming an advocate or a full lawyer, what is that life? Describe the life of a female lawyer.
Okay, I think I'll grade them in two categories. A female lawyer that is employed, and a female lawyer that is an employer. Well, I'm an employer, but there's also one who is an employee. Now, if you're employed, there are certain choices you don't make as an employed female lawyer. With the decisions are taken by your bosses, and they just delegate you to do certain things. Mostly they can tell you go to upcountry courts, whereas let's say you have a family and you have no say, and it affects your family. Sometimes they give you meet in court, and because of your sexuality, men want to capitalize on that to degrade you and demean you and keep you from not achieving your best. So if you're not confident enough to put that aside and look at the merits and also be tough where a woman's body, but inside you're like a man, it's going to affect your productivity. And at the end of it all, they go with results. Courts go with results. I mean, your employers want results. But that's on the side of the employee, because I've tested both employee and an employer status. I was employed before. Now I have my own, my own farm under to my right, and it has been over 8 years right now in it. And then as an employer, you're faced with so much because the decision making is on you. Like literally everything pertaining the running of the farm is on you. So you find yourself like you're hardworking. You take work even at home. That also affects our relationship, because you take burdens of your clients, of your employees back at home. And it has here. You if you're not careful to disassociate your life, private life, from your work life, then you'll end up intermingling the two of them, and one of them will break the other. Either you not give time to the employees, or you not give enough time to your family. And it will create like a gap in one of them, because one of them will break. And that's probably the challenge also we face as women lawyers, because we either concentrate on working hard to achieving the farm and the status we need to achieve, and beating the cultural norms and everything, but we forget that they are family also that is waiting for family roles at home. You get back home and probably the marrieds can speak. You're very tired. You're from a court case. Probably a client has stressed you out. You have children that you have to pick from school, or even though they are picked from school, you have to make sure they are provided for in a home setup.
You have also conjugal rights.
Exactly.
And the man is waiting.
Conjugal rights. And for conjugal rights, I have no say over it, whether you're tired or not.
Yes.
There are certain times
sometimes
I think
the conjugal rights take away the tiredness.
They have to.
So they are remedies.
No, sometimes I think that's a main effect of also not staying in relationships, because a man will consider, especially if they're not lawyers, they will say, but why is she ever tired?
Yes.
Why doesn't she give me time? It means I'm not a priority.
Yes.
Yet you do not know that you're dealing with so much on your plate at work. You're dealing with an employee that is behaving funny. You're dealing with a client that wants more from you. You probably have a late evening meeting that your husband or your fiancé will suspect either you're in another relationship, whereas you're not, and picking up calls at hours that are ungodly hours that they call. Yet a client needs you, and that's why you're getting from
He has been arrested. He needs his lawyer.
Exactly.
At court. I mean, or at police,
and you're not there.
You need to leave your house and go.
And you're not there.
Yes.
And of course, you cannot explain this to your husband or fiancé 1 time, 2 times, 3 times.
Yes.
He will say, my wife is doing something behind my back. That's why probably there's developed issues of a mistrust in couples. So those are the challenges. But among more, there are so many, because also when you get pregnant and the courtrooms are not friendly with the pregnant, they don't take it easy on you because of your status. Then the way of like we dress up, probably clothes don't fit anymore because your body has changed according to, according to the waistline, or let's say the feet are swollen. You have to wear open shoes and you're appearing in court. All these affect your demeanor. They literally affect everything about, and then a man will look at you and use that, at very moment, use that against you. I've had stories from women that say that during the time I was pregnant, instead, when I went to court, the judge said something that was demeaning to me. And it affects our productivity. It affects our self-esteem as women in the work environment. So bravo, we face it right out there.
As my men.
We face it out there. But I am proud of the women that have made it who they are today, and that are running successful farms, that have families to cater for, and they are still standing. Kudos to you, women.
That's amazing.
Kudos to you.
She'll be telling us, the women, one of the greatest women of lawyers, and I'm going to request her to tell us about 3 or 4 great women lawyers globally. But that we will come to it next. Now, let's go back to the challenges. As a female lawyer, I would want you to bring out the challenges you've encountered with the male clients. Okay? I believe that you accept all, cases and everything. But in this case, you being a female, and I come to me as I come to you as a man, for you to help me resolve my matters as a woman. Have you encountered a challenge that some men may not think that you have the capacity to actually argue this case out or take them through the court process perfectly and they are satisfied? Or else, have you also encountered a challenge where things have not gone right and the case has fallen on the other side, not on their client's side, and then somebody accuses you of not have been strong enough as a man to be there to win this case? Have you encountered such challenges as a female lawyer?
Yeah, well, I did very many times, because that's our practice. There are certain cases you handle and you expect the best, but honestly, it doesn't come out the best that you expect. For one reason or the other. I may not blame the system. I may not blame anyone else, but probably that's how it was meant to be. But I do my very best. For me, every client that comes, I give them the attention that they deserve. I represent. By the time I say I'm representing, it means I will go all out for whatever it takes for me to represent you. But things happen. Even if but what I have learned over time as a woman is that even when I was still working for my former bosses, I had to prove myself to my bosses and to also the clients that I was worthy of being entrusted with cases. And that didn't matter whether they were male lawyers in the same firm with me. I made sure that I had to stand out. How? I gave it more time. I contacted the clients and updated them. And this is what they require from us. You first gain the trust of a client before they can entrust you with their case. And some will come and test you first and say, let's give it to Christine and see how she'll perform. Then when it comes a positive feedback from court, from how you perform, they'll be like, oh, but I think she can do it. So they begin trusting you with more complex cases because you have a proven track that you can handle cases of that magnitude. And clients will keep on trusting you over time, but it is a time. You not enter practice today as young female lawyers and expect to get a client to trust you with their case. No. He will have to test you with the small things. How do you go out of your way? Sometimes you work on a Saturday, sometimes you get a call on a Sunday, and he sees how you're going to react to that. Then the more he gains trust in you, the more he will entrust you, because they are brilliant women lawyers, brilliant young lawyers, but do not have the time because probably they are still hanging out. They still have friends to attend to over the weekend, and they don't sacrifice for the best of their career. That's not true, because we did. I used to work on Saturdays. Sometimes Sundays, client would call me up and say, can you do this for me? I didn't have them in plan at all, but I went out of my way and did it anyway. So they trusted me with cases. My bosses trusted me with cases. And I didn't even believe in myself then that I could do it, but I went ahead. Sometimes you go to court with your heart pumping. Because a lawyer will entrust you with a file on the very last minute and say, here is your file. In the morning, like you're going to court, here is a file. Bravo, go to court. And do this. By the time you go through that file and you reach at court, you'll be met with another shrewd lawyer on the other side who has handled that file all his life. Threatening you, looking at you like a lion, ready to tear you apart. But even though you don't know me, I tell my female people, my female lawyers, look them in the face and tell them, bring your point across, and let no judge shut you down. Because that's your job, that's your proof, that is your chance to prove not only to your client but to the judge or the other side that you're worthy of being heard, and that you are driving a point across, and they should all be keen to listening to you. For us who are in court, we can tell whether a judge is interested by either he's noting down or he's just sitting and listening. Bored. It means he's bored by what you're submitting. But if he's not writing, it means you've not made a point, but he's just being calm enough and saying until when you finish, and he tells you it's okay, you can go. But you well know that that's the time of interest and you're driving a point home. He will be noting down certain points that himself or herself will consider later in the submissions or later in the ruling that you made the point across. So all that, bravo. I know that
it's a very tough journey.
It's a very tough journey.
And I know if you're a female lawyer out there, or you have a daughter that wants to be a lawyer, she should watch this podcast. And guess what? Help us share this information, share it out in your network so that somebody can pick something out of this. Again, on the challenges.
Yes.
They bring you to me as a lawyer, and we have a meeting for you to resolve my matters. But along the way, as I see this lawyer, I start noticing some nyash. I start noticing a good smile. I start noticing a good skin in you. I start noticing the character, maybe you're a better wife to me. Probably I brought you my case of divorce. And in this case of divorce, instead of us chasing the divorce, I have already now started engaging you to become a girlfriend. Have you encountered such challenges as a woman in this case?
Well, you cannot avoid them.
There
are very many. I would be lying to say that I have not encountered as a female lawyer people that cheat on you. Even if it's not even a divorce situation, any man would, in your hand, or definitely will start. The more you spend time with that client, the more they start, admiring you, the more they start being attracted to you. But you need to know one thing. You need to know one thing that for me, at the back of my mind, I tell myself, I came in here for the money. And if I don't get the money, I am crossing my lines, professional lines, and going personal. So what do I want out of this situation? Do I want money? Do I want to go personal? The decision is in your mind. Tell yourself, one on Peter War, even if it's a divorce situation, the next time it will be you on the divorce. Why do you think you divorce the other wife?
Next time you're sure deal, we are divorcing her, and I'm the next wife.
And who tells you, gives you a guarantee that it's going to last? Yet the other one did not last for a lifetime.
Maybe it was the wrong choice.
No.
It was the wrong choice.
No. So I'm telling you what I do, because it's not once and twice that lawyers are met with with these proposals.
Yes.
Every day you meet a proposal, someone sends you a text, someone calls you, invites you for coffee at times that you can't go. Even a genuine coffee. For me, I'm telling you the truth.
Yes.
I've even been invited to a place where I said, oh my God, see it out. I don't think that I can handle.
Yes.
But in back of my mind, I said, but I need the money.
Yes.
I need to go. But another thing, like, if I go, how will I? So you need to have all your guards up and know and anticipate. Your brain should be working ahead of time and anticipate the environment, first of all, where he has invited you to, the time he has invited you in, and then assess and say, is there an exit strategy in case of anything? Yet he's my client, yet I want to attend to him and he's a retainership.
Yes.
Or there is no exit. I can make an excuse and we meet at the right time in the right place.
Yes.
So that I avoid certain situations that would put me in a place that I will not get out of at that time.
Yeah.
We are all human at the end of the day.
Yes.
But we also have to be very sharp as women, especially women lawyers. We need to be sharp. You cannot meet a man in a hotel room at 9 p.m. in the night and expect
to handle his
and expect to go and like business as usual. No, you need to have an exit strategy. I need to be smart enough up here to know when and how to make sure that you retain him as a client, but on the other hand, you don't do what you wouldn't have done.
Now, a man comes and gives you the case. Every time you go to court, you agreed that you need 500,000 Uganda shillings. Not so. Every time you go to court as facilitation.
Yes.
And this man says, I don't want you to suffer. I'll offer you 1.5 million or 2 million every time you go to court. 500 is professional fees, as you asked. But 1.5 million is maybe to help you change your footwear. In this case, you are already in between that scuffle. We need the money. That's why we went to school. How do you eject yourself smartly without affecting your client, without affecting your profession, and without also compromising your future business deals with this person?
But truth be told, I'll take the 1.5.
You take the 2 million.
The 2 million, I mean, because 500, 500 for my fuel and 1.5.
Yes.
Reason, I did not go in your pocket and take it out. You offered it to me. Problem is when you say that 1.5 was for one thing.
Yes.
It was probably to bring me to a side of compromise, to, put my guards down as a lawyer and cross my professional lines and go personal. That's where now I become smart about it. You, first of all, you will not go anywhere and report that council took my 2 million and 1.5 was what? Was hers to change her wardrobe. And I will indeed change her wardrobe. Anyway, if given the right word, because I love shoes. I'll buy the shoes.
Yes.
I'll probably buy a very nice suit.
Yes.
And probably take myself out somewhere and eat.
Yeah.
But problem is, how are you going to claim that later? That because of that money, I crossed the lines and it became personal.
Yes.
No, you have no legal basis. You have no basis, because that's why they say lawyers, we have legal, we apply the law everywhere.
Everywhere.
But it's not corruption. I have not done anything wrong. Giving willing, I take willingly.
You do, yes.
And I maintain you as my client.
The willing,
but like I said before, you avoid situations like that, especially being compromised, so that you do things you wouldn't have done, because at the end of it all, we are all human beings. And we can also be faced with certain situations that we are not it's not easy to get out of.
Yes.
You have to make sure there is a boundary between the two. Like people that send chat messages at night, people that want to call you at 3 hours of the morning. For me, when I get home, honestly, I switch off my phone.
Yes.
Not because I don't want to. I have clients from Canada, from UK, from US, where are calling me. But I try my level best to have some time for me alone. So that I know that with that time, I am not talking to anyone. I am just having my peaceful rest, and I'll deal with what comes on later tomorrow morning. And sometimes it has to be a discipline as women, because you get back home, for those who are married, and you have to attend to a client at wee hours, and the man is, as you're probably, conjugal rights. A certain phone call comes in, you know what? That man will think that there's something going on, even though you're a lawyer. So I try to balance the two. You try to make sure that you remain professional, and keep your personal space to yourself without involving because you will lose the two of them. If you accept to go into probably a relationship with them, you will lose the client.
Yes.
And what is that? You lose the client, and then you lose your income and lose your business.
Yes.
And there are so many lawyers they can run to afterwards in case it doesn't work out. What if it doesn't work out, Bravo? What do you do?
Yes.
You still lose the form of income.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, tell me, have you, be honest in this as well? We are trying to be very honest to our viewers, and whenever I'm in my podcast, I'm always wanting my viewers out there to get the points clearly, so that they don't have any more questions.
Yes.
Now, are there incidences where you've stood on your feet and took a decision to come out of a certain case? Reason being that the person or the client has overstepped or has gone beyond professionalism into the other things. Are there scenarios, are there cases you have chosen to drop out in order to protect your brand or your chambers because somebody has overstepped from the professional level to the other side of the level?
For those that know me, I'm a very straightforward person. I'm a very straightforward person. And when I feel I'm uncomfortable with you and I warn you several times and you don't hear, then there is no reason why I should not withdraw my services from you and seek you even another person. If you don't, you take your file and I probably give you a sign out sheet, because I know later on, in case I ever probably seek for another job, probably that file will come back to my docket. Someone may, have issues with me. So I make sure you sign it out and say you don't demand anything from me, because we separate on lines that I know that I'll not be in trouble in the future. But there are those times that come up and I don't feel comfortable representing you, because by the time I seek to represent you, it means I'm giving it my all. Where I feel that I'm not giving it my all and there's something that is missing in me, it means I'm not giving you a service worthy of my brand. So why should I take it on and continue to lie that I will give you the best results when I'm already biased about the entire matter, or even your person, you as a person? So there are cases. Of course, I will not give examples, but they are there. They are there that I have just decided to sign over. And they have acknowledged and they have gone out and sought other legal advice from another place. And I appreciate that.
Oh, wow. Amazing. If you're a young lawyer out there and you're able to learn from our discussion, these guys, this is reality. We are not fictitious. We're not talking about fiction. It's the reality of what female lawyers go through. If you're out there, please feel free and feel comfortable to also contact Christine and say, I am a lawyer as well. I'm having this challenge. How did you handle this matter? Again, as a lawyer, to me, if you're my barrister or you're my lawyer, whatever name I use, when I make a call and summon you as my lawyer, you are supposed to come to me where I am, solve my matter. But in this country, in Uganda, it's actually a lawyer who sits behind his desk and says, you must approach me because I am a land friend. In this case, who should move to the other? Okay? I know some lawyers will say, I am a lawyer, it's you who is looking for my services. But things are changing. That these days, AI has taken over the services of a lawyer at some point. In this case, as times are changing, if I make a call and say, I have a matter and I would like to see you, and I'm not able to come to your office as you as a lawyer, now you're talking about you as an individual, and I gave you a call, I say, I have a matter to discuss and I would want my privacy, or I am not able to access your chambers, would you feel as if your ego has been tampered with? Or would you feel lesser of a lawyer? Or would you feel that somebody has not respected you as a lawyer by me calling you to my side to have my matters discussed with you? Yes.
I don't. First of all, I am the type of person that wants to be to not to take to use my profession as a way of what can I call it? I always want the comfort of my client to be paramount, but also a comfort that doesn't discomfort me. If you tell me, counsel, let's meet over a cup of coffee somewhere in the open because you're protecting your privacy. I have met so many like that in the comfort of, no, but not in the comfort of your home. No. Unless it's a family matter and your wife is around, that one, and I will know what kind of problem it is.
I may be sick. I'm in my house and I need you probably to make a will. And then I've said, come to my house. This is and this matter. We're going to solve this matter. Yes.
Then I ensure that there are people around.
Okay.
I don't come to you to your comfort, but without me being comfortable to where I'm going and sure for my security.
Yes.
Because like I said, I don't involve myself in compromising situations that would get me not only as a lawyer, but as a person in trouble.
Yes.
So I'm the type of person that doesn't want to be behind the desk, because gone are the days where they sit behind the desk. I know it is all, the flamboyance, the art of lawyers, the pimp, everything.
Yes.
But it's not long about that anymore.
Yes.
It's about how do we get these services closer to our clients, our people that need them. Now, someone who is sick is justifiable. Go to him instead of him coming back to you. Because if you go to him, you're probably making his work easier. And of course, you're getting paid more.
Absolutely. So it's your job. It's your job. So if there's a call for a client and the services are paid, please look for the money.
You look for the money.
And that's why we went to school.
Yeah, you look for the money.
You didn't go to school, just put on suits and just be on the streets of Kampala.
No, I didn't. I came to Kampala from Kabale to work.
Yes.
I didn't come here to play around games.
Yes.
I came to work. And that's a primary goal of whatever I do. I know at the back of my mind, I came to make the dimes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. We do our podcast at Naria Motel. Naria Motel is as you're going down, as you're going to Quality Supermarket Naria, as you start sloping, it is on your right. The signpost is there. It is our place that we love doing our podcast from. So thank you so much. It's been my pleasure having Christine. But before we close up, I would like you to look in the camera, speak to that girl, a young female lawyer who is about to get out of LDC or Makerere University, or one also who has come out, but he's just lost. She's lost here and there. Speak to her mind and let this podcast, let somebody remember our podcast and say, I had this lady say the same thing.
Okay.
Yes.
So to all the young viewers, the ladies out there, the ones that are in LDC that have completed, or those even going to LDC that aspire to be advocates in the legal profession. The legal profession is a wonderful profession, but it is saturated with so many different kinds of people. And it's unfortunate or fortunate for me, because I know that you have to work yourself to where you want to be. You're not going to get through it by giving favors to people, no, because those are just for a short time. You need to work yourself to the place that you want to be. You have to put in extra work. You have to be genuine to the clients, and you have to make sure that your bosses acknowledge you and places of work, and not to exploit you as a woman. You know what I mean? Even if you're out there and you think, oh, things are not working out for me, it's only for a short period of time. And don't look at quick success, because quick success comes and fades and goes away. You need to work hard to establish what you believe in and who you are and what you represent. And this can only be done with hard work, with many years of practice, and with also having mentors out there that can guide you through the profession and be the best person you can be. Many women have earned their positions. I admire Ruth Sebatindira. She's one of the women that I look up to, and I'm like, oh my goodness. She's one of the people, though she does not know she's my mentor, but in a way she is. So you need to have a place of belonging as a woman and establish your ground, not only in the legal system in Uganda, but elsewhere, even in the world. I know that you can make it because other women have made it. And I know that they say the sky is the limit. But for me, the sky is just the beginning of, it's not just the limit. You're just starting out. So I believe that you're going to be a strong woman. You should be a courageous woman. You should be a go-getter who doesn't take no for an answer. And I know that you'll command a certain kind of presence in the courtrooms. And you can only do this when you believe in yourself that, you know what, I am the best that they can be. I know the law just like the men do. I have it all because you went to the same law school and probably were even beating them in school. And the LDC that you performed and you came out even with more marks than the others. So I want you to be strong, and probably this is a message of courage. This is a message to come to you at the right time. And I believe in my heart of hearts that it is not a coincidence that you're watching this podcast. I know that it is for a reason. So I wish you all the best. In case you meet me somewhere, say that I watched your podcast, even though I'm on the street or in court, just tap on me and say, I've watched you via this podcast, Bravo's podcast somewhere. And I'll be glad to share with you some of the things I've not shared here. So thank you so much, Bravo, for this.
Thank you so much. Tell us where are your chambers. Don't forget that. Tell us where your chambers are.
Oh, I'm practicing under Tumhaire Advocates. That's where my practice name, and I'm on Kuruma Road, Karubwa Towers, 4th floor. Yes, that's where I practice. And I've been there since 2018, June, where I decided to leave my former bosses, who I appreciate so much for getting me through.
Yeah.
But at least they were eye-openers for me to go out there and try and make myself a farm that I've run single-handedly up to this very day. But I'm glad I took such a step. I wish there were more women of us that can take such bold steps and open up farms all over, that men will be scared of us. That's what I want.
Are you a feminist?
I am not a feminist person, but I believe I'm not. But I believe in women, getting up and rising up above what is expected. They expect the least of us.
Yes.
They expect to beat us in court.
Yes.
I'm referring to the legal profession.
Yes.
They expect that marriages were not good enough.
Yes.
But I want a woman that rises up tomorrow, that says that I beat up everything that was before me, that was, that was in my path.
Yes.
And I became the best that I can ever be. And I'm now excelling and thriving. Because not only am I a woman, I'm a legal profession, I'm a woman, an advocate of the High Court, and my service is well sought after, not only in Uganda, because I have clients who are not in Uganda for me right now, that entrust me with their matters, that entrust me every day. I get a call from wherever it is, but it's because of the way I practice.
Wonderful.
And I want that for every young woman out there.
Oh, thank you so much. Give us your phone number, if you don't mind. It's okay, and somebody out there may be inspired. And this phone number, somebody would be there to say they want to consult you as a young female lawyer. Sometimes some of the young female lawyers, they don't have mentors. And they would want to say, Christine, I would like you to mentor me. Or I've just started my chambers. Or I would also want you to mentor me for that purposes. Of course, like even a person who wants your services, they would be able to contact you. If you're comfortable with it, please give us your number.
I want to first say that from the previous podcast we had, there was a girl called Lynette who I want to shout outs to.
Yes.
From our podcast we made the very first time when we were starting.
Yes.
She consulted me and I'm her mentor, and she's in a farm. She's doing quite well because of this.
That's
and
amazing.
the boss also consulted me before she opened up a farm.
Oh, that's amazing.
And they're doing quite well.
Yes.
They're doing amazingly well. When I see what they're doing, I am proud that I encourage them to get in practice. Well, for purposes of that, of course, it's a work form. When you find it off, forgive me. I will give it away because you never know. Anyone who wants to be mentored, to be talked to, please call me up. My number is +256 754 79 3066. That's my phone number.
Thank you so much, guys. It's a pleasure. If you've not got the number again, go back again. You can a little bit replay the video, and then you get the number. Or you can DM me, and I'll be able to give you the details of Christine from Haire for all your legal services. So thank you so much. My name is Bravo, and it's my pleasure once again. Thank you.